to transition out. Okay, hopefully everyone can hear us. I'll be able to check in a minute. Yes. It must be weird that I can hear us, you can't hear us.
It's okay. Yeah. As long as we're accounting for the delay, it's okay.
Yes, we do need to account for the delay, which, oh my gosh, it's an 18-minute delay. Everyone, I am so sorry. I am so sorry for that. We just had some issues. But that's okay, because they're more or less ironed out now. All right. Here. All right. Oh, there's 4. Okay. Everyone, if you can see us, again, I apologize for the delay. I do see that there are already some people on CrowdPer. Thank you so much for your patience.
We're very much appreciated. And if you'd be willing to, just participate in the chat as much as you can, because that's helpful to us. You could tell us if there's any issues with sound or anything else. So.
Yeah, and that's over on YouTube. And as per usual, you need to be logged into YouTube in order to do it. I do have it popped up over here. We're just going to give everyone another minute. We should probably go over some of the rules.
Sure.
So we have been doing these this is our 4th one.
This is the 4th one.
And it started out in lockdown.
This was a pandemic era thing. We started it, during lockdown.
And it was it my idea or was it your idea to do horror movies?
Horror trivia was my idea.
Okay. The
virtual trivia in general was very much Erica's brainchild. You mastered the art form. You made it, you elevated it to an art form. You actually gave a presentation on this at a library conference. So you are definitely at the forefront of the online trivia movement.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tried. Thank you very much for that. So the way that we're doing this is just like usual. If you've participated in any of our trivias previously, it's exactly the same. You have 2 different screens. We have the YouTube stream that you're watching us on now, which is also showing the CrowdPer window. If you wish to participate in the trivia itself, you do need to head on over to CrowdPer. I do have the link down here, crowdper.com/TVRLJ. Just checking up on the chat, sorry. And usual rules, we're going to do 3 rounds of 10 questions each. The first round does have 11 questions because the first one is a practice one so that everyone can see how CrowdPer works. Depending on how you're playing, you will either tap... We're getting a let's go.
Let's go.
We have a tap or you have a click. If you're on a mobile device, you tap. If you're on a computer, you click. Just be very careful what you click on because there is no submit button. When you click on, that's your answer. So you have to be very careful.
It's like sending a GIF in Snapchat. Once you click on that, it's sent.
That has screwed me over sometimes.
There's no send, there's no submit. Okay.
All right. Now our first round. Each question you will have 20 seconds to answer, and that counts as reading it.
Right. So I'm going to be quick with that.
Yeah, you got to be real quick with that. We're actually being very generous at 20 seconds because some of them are like, okay, cool, I got this. Some of them you will need those 20 seconds. Each correct answer starts off being worth 10 points. The quicker you answer correctly, the more of those 10 points you will earn. However, they do diminish as the timer goes down. So if you know the answer it, but correctly. All right?
So if you can, answer correctly.
Is that answer correctly as quickly as possible. Okay, so you're going to see the screen change in a little bit. And again, we encourage you that if you'd like to engage in the conversation that we've got going on, that's over on YouTube, on the YouTube chat. You got to make sure you're logged into an account in order to use the chat feature. The filters are on. Don't. Someone tried once. Don't do things. We will find you. We will block it immediately. We are running on a approximately 7-second delay. With that just means that you'll probably see me just kind of listening to myself when I give the answers. Now, are there any questions or anything? I doubt there are, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, so this is just me waiting because I only just said it. Nope. Okay, I am going to switch this on over. And all good.
Isn't the delay a tension building plot point in one of the Scream movies? It is, right?
It's the
Scream,
delay.
Scream 4, I think.
It's when it doesn't happen. Which one?
When
which one's 4?
they're like webcasting their kills.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Was that 4?
I think so.
Oh man. When...
Or no, I'm conflating two different things.
Okay.
In the original Scream, there's a delay when they're in the final house where there's the massacre or whatever. Okay, and that's because Gail Weathers set up her camera.
Darn Gail.
Right. But then I think the delay is maybe also an issue in 4 when they're live streaming their kills. This isn't one of the questions. We could just go to the questions. I'm sorry that I'm already digressing before we've even started.
Hello, Storm. Hello, Ella. Greetings. Okay. Before we continue, I did want to say this. Jason here, whom you've seen at every single one of these horror trivias, and like we said, it was his idea. He has personally come back for this one because you are no longer around, but you came back to this, and I did originally have a different title for this trivia, and it was Dream Master only because Nightmare 4.
Referencing Freddy Krueger, yep.
However, I did have to change it because final chapter for Friday the 13th, because they could potentially be our last one.
But for the horror fans out there, the true heads, you know that the final chapter isn't actually the final chapter.
No, there's like 5 more.
I'm just introducing a note of ambiguity.
I was going to say, that's actually a really good way of putting it, because potentially you could be zombified, and...
I suppose. Yeah.
Zombified horror trivia.
Well, if I made it back for this one, I'm sure I could do it again. But we'll see.
All right. So everyone, you'll see your screen change in a moment. The crowd per screen change in a moment. It should say beginning soon. This is the pre-2010s round. All of the questions here pertain to before the year 2010. All right. And again, we will begin with a practice question so that everyone can kind of get a know-how how this works. Okay. So I'm going to start. And you have this here. Our first question. What is the only movie in the Halloween franchise that does not feature Michael Myers? Nice and easy. I am going to start the questions now. Remember, this starts off at being worth 10 points. You have 20 seconds to answer, starting now. Is it Halloween 2? Is it Halloween 3? Is it Halloween H2O? Is it Halloween Resurrection? Now, let's see. Okay, everyone answered that immediately. Okay, we do not mean to insult your intelligence when it comes to the biggest franchise.
I'm going to do a sports metaphor, even though I don't really get sports. It was a soft pitch, right? This was just a practice.
It was a practice? All right.
You wanted to look at the fun GIF so you could see anger management for dummies.
I love that.
We're all on the same page now.
And that's from entertainment. That was from when... yeah, from Resurrection. Was it Resurrection that was... Yeah, right? The new Halloweens.
Was that what? Halloween Resurrection? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so the correct answer is... Halloween 3.
Everyone got it. Yep.
I will not be playing the song because we do not need an earworm right now, okay?
It's so catchy. I've already posted it as an Instagram story at least once this year because I can't not.
Yeah, I know, but that's on our personal accounts. We're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that to you. Yeah.
We're not going to do that to you, everybody. Also, we do have Resurrection was with Buster. Yes.
Buster Rhymes?
Yeah, Resurrection. Storm is correct.
Okay.
Very sorry.
There we go.
That's what we love. Shamrock, do not start. Ella, do not start.
Silver Shamrock.
No.
Yeah. All right. Question 1.
All right. So that was question number 1. Now there are 10 more questions. These all count. And for those of you who have participated in this trivia before, you know that we kind of get off the rails in the first round anyway because it's fun. This is fun.
We're settling in.
Yep. Also, we've got some new people. For the new people, we are only just starting. So now we're going to start with the real questions, everyone. Question, and I'm just going to say question number 2 because it'll just be easier for me. Question number 2, these now count. The comedy horror of the decade is the tagline for which of the following horror sequels? That's fun.
The comedy horror of the decade.
Yeah. Is it Evil Dead 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter? There we go. The Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf. She is which one? I have several.
I also have several. That might be one of my favorite horror movie sequel titles. I love it so much. Your Sister is a Werewolf.
Your Sister's a Werewolf. All right. Oh, okay. Time is up. We actually have our first mixed bag of answers here.
Ooh, okay.
Very nice.
Meaning we've done our job.
We did
We're not pandering to the fans. We're giving you the real question.
The real stuff. Correct answer is... Evil Dead 2.
Of course. Evil Dead 2.
Of course.
It is the comedy horror of the decade. It's probably the greatest comedy horror film of all time, right?
If you're talking having more horror than comedy, then yeah. If you're talking having more horror than comedy.
Yeah.
But if you're talking having more comedy than horror, then that's probably Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
This is why we do this. Okay. If we're going to say greatest horror comedy of all time,
okay,
I would say Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
If we were going to say greatest comedy horror of all time, I would say maybe Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead. I forgot. I don't do zombies very much.
Yeah, me either. Yeah,
yeah, I would actually prefer to watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil than I would Shaun of the Dead. Okay, we're getting all... Okay.
We're staying on track. We're doing it.
We're going to try.
Okay.
Question number 3.
Throughout the tragic events of Pet Sematary, small-town Dr. Lewis Creed receives warnings from what ghostly character?
And see that cat? My nephew would still try to pet it.
Yeah, it is terrifying. A. Zelda. B. Judd Crandall. C. Gage Creed. Or D. Victor Pascow. That's Zelda, Judd Crandall,
right.
Gage Creed, or Victor Pascow.
All right. Another mixed bag of answers. Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is...
Okay.
Oh, Victor.
Okay. Very good.
All right. And again, it was a mixed bag.
Yeah. That was a deep cut. Early in the film, just like within the novel, when Lewis Creed settles into his new job, starting a new job, new chapter in his life. Mm-hmm. He's the physician on call at the university. There's a young man who dies tragically, and that, of course, is Victor Pascow. Right. So the other characters are, of course, mentioned in the novel, actually more significant characters than Victor, but he's sort of the recurring warning, Greek chorus, if you will, saying, don't go into those woods.
It's like, just stop it, Yeah. Like, I know what I'm doing, and you don't. Okay, question number 4.
In the original Scream, who is Ghostface's first on-screen victim?
And we're both like, make sure. Oops. Wrong one, sorry. Okay.
Is it A, Casey Becker, B, Stephen Orth, C, Principal Himbry, or D, Kenny Brown?
Okay, time's running out. Oh, okay, come on, guys. Come on. Okay, time is up. Not everyone was able to answer, and I'm sorry to say no one got this answer right.
All right, but I'm actually kind of proud of that. Okay, let's talk this out. The obvious answer would be...
It would be Casey.
It would be Casey Becker. However, part of her torment, though, the Drew Barrymore character, she dies... shockingly within the first minutes of
exactly.
Of the film.
You killed Drew Barrymore?
Right. It's a psycho homage. It's an amazing, misdirection. But she is not the first person murdered on screen. Her boyfriend, Stephen Orth, the football player, he's actually murdered right in front of her.
And there's the proof.
And it's actually a very disturbing scene. And I know that I've told Erica this story before, but I saw Scream in the theater when it first came out. we went to the movies not with a plan. What are we going to watch? It was just what's playing.
Yeah.
And we said, oh, Scream. I didn't really even get that it was a horror movie. And I can tell you in those first 10 minutes, I was much more frightened than I wanted to let on. I was not prepared for Drew Barrymore's death in that. But holds up. Great movie.
My first introduction to Ghostface-esque character was Scary Movie.
Oh, yeah. The parody. Yeah.
Yeah, the parody. I wasn't born into horror. I kind of tipped my toe in.
Sure.
You know, and I'm still not even fully in, but at least
You're,
now I know stuff.
You're pretty immersed in it.
Having said that, I just came back from Horror Nights over at Universal Hollywood, so I was just there. I have a picture to show you.
And within the last 2 months have attended a horror convention.
And I went to Flashback.
I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's great stuff.
You're a fan.
All right, question number 5.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, Freddy reveals the souls of his victims in what type of food? Is it A, sunny side up eggs, B, Doritos, C, M&Ms, or D, pizza?
All right, let's see what we got going on. Yeah, we're not fooling anyone with this one.
Oh, everybody got this? Okay.
All
I
right,
really didn't know. Okay.
Time is up, and the correct answer is...
Obviously, it's the pizza.
It's the pizza.
We've got the visual. Thank you, Erica.
Yep.
Okay, I will say the first Nightmare on Elm Street is, in my view, one of the all-time great horror films. The sequels are fun in their own ways. Him gobbling up this sausage that is also a soul of one of his victims is one of the grossest things I've ever
It's so
seen.
bad.
I'm actually looking away because it really grosses me out.
I mean, I like sausage pizza, and
Ugh.
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to.
That one's nasty. But the Dream Master, fun movie though.
Yes, that one was good.
Yeah.
Not as fun as Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
But
come on.
Number 4 has my absolute favorite transformation. That's the cockroach thing.
Oh, the cockroach.
Yeah, and that was just, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna unsee it.
Yeah.
Matt, what is it? Scream Matt George, I believe it was.
Okay.
Who did the effects for that one?
Yeah, I would say that's up there with American Werewolf in London, the werewolf transformation.
Yeah, that
one of the all-time great.
It was amazing.
On-screen transformations.
Okay. For those of you who do know, we're coming up to the middle part. For those of you who are new, after 5 questions, we do check on the leaderboard just to see how everyone's doing. You still have time to move up, things like that. So after this next question, which will be question number 5 of the ones that count, then we'll go ahead and show you. So here is question number 6.
Which of the following movies contains the iconic line, Jesus wept? Is it A, Hellraiser, B, Suspiria, C, Rosemary's Baby, or D, The Omen?
Okay, we only have one answer on this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes it does take a second. Okay, another mixed bag of Ooh.
Okay.
All right, guys. Time is up. The correct answer is...
Correct answer is Hellraiser. I'm not a great Clive Barker fan. I'm going to be honest. Hellraiser is not my favorite movie. I actually like the first one better than the second, which most people say the second one is better. Point is, that ending, it's pretty shocking. I will say, saying Jesus wept and then having your face explode
and then having
is very memorable. And I don't know that this has been confirmed by Clive Barker, but my understanding is the actor ad-libbed that line. He's someone who actually doesn't like cursing, much like my co-anchor,
Yo.
Erica, who does not say curse words.
I would have ad-libbed something in there as well.
Yeah, so he used the expression Jesus wept instead of saying the curse word as scripted, and that's what ended up in the film. I hope that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea because that actor has been to Flashback before, and I'm hoping he comes back.
There you go.
Because I would love to meet him and actually ask.
Yeah, do that.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever asked. I really should just look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, that is the end of 5 points counting questions. So let's go ahead and take a look at our ranking board, our leaderboard here. Okay, Storm is in the lead with 35 points, having answered 4 of 11 correct, followed by Skelly with 12 points, followed by Snoopy, that's cute, at 3 points, and then we have Swifty and Boo. Oh, that's cute. I don't know who Boo is, but you guys have no points. It's okay. It's just the first couple of questions. We still have a lot more to go.
It's anyone's game.
We have seen that before.
We have seen
Someone
that before.
once dominated the first 2 rounds. The third round, they just faltered.
Yeah. Okay. In Alien and the subsequent franchise, the Alien Queen is a member of what extraterrestrial species? Is it A, Azathoth, B, the Deep Ones, C, Nyarlathotep, or D, Xenomorph?
Yeah, you didn't. Well, you may have gotten one person. We glitched for a second. Okay. Now I keep saying you got someone because he's the one that made these. The first 2 rounds are all him. I reviewed all of them, and I'm like, yeah, we're keeping every single one of these.
Okay.
The third round, though, that one's all us.
Third round will be a surprise to me, just like it is for the viewers, but we'll get there.
Yep. Correct answer is
the answer, of course, is D, Xenomorph. A, B, and C, those options are all elder gods from H.P. Lovecraft, his mythos. I'm probably mispronounced some of them, and I don't care because they're not real things.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But the Xenomorph, is there a more terrifying character design?
I don't know. I mean, I am a lot more behind the scenes fan of horror because I would love to know what went into the creation.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that it is based on the artist H.R. Geiger's artwork, and he's actually credited as one of the character creators. But just
major props.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying and just very slick, very wet.
Yeah.
Villain. Ugh.
And immediately you're like, ugh, you're put off.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
All right, next question.
Alfred Hitchcock's 1963 horror movie The Birds is based on a short story by what author? Is it A, Patricia Highsmith, B, Daphne du Maurier, C, David Dodge, or D, Robert Bloch?
Okay, a few more seconds to get your answers in. We still have a few. Yep, okay. A mixed bag of answers here. All right, time is ending. All right, time is up, and the correct answer is...
Correct answer is Daphne du Maurier, an author most famous for her novel Rebecca, which I just read recently, and it was amazing. Highly recommend. But all of the options, all of the potential answers for this question are authors that Alfred Hitchcock drew on for story credits. So Robert Bloch, most obviously, was the author that inspired Psycho. Mm-hmm. But Daphne du Maurier wrote a short story about an orchestrated attack by birds. Yeah. And that's what we've got here. Yeah.
I actually read it when I was a freshman in high school. And I don't remember if it was... You know how you have that textbook and it's just full of short stories for English class?
Yeah, sometimes it's like this thick.
Exactly. Yeah. I do not know what inspired me to read this or if it was an assignment. All I know is I was sitting there going like, what's happening?
You were white-knuckling that one.
Yeah, I was like, what? And I actually enjoyed it. And I never looked at a bird the same way again. All right. We're coming up to the end. Remember, there are 11 questions in this round. So moving on to question number 9.
The picture you must see from the beginning or not at all, for no one will be seated after the start of...
What is this?
Is it A, Halloween, B, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, C, Psycho, or D, Friday the 13th? Every time I resist the urge to do the Jeopardy sound. I want to do.
I'll do it for you. And time's up. Correct answer is...
Correct answer is Psycho. And we were actually talking about this earlier with our Scream question, right? Mm-hmm. You got to be there from the beginning. You can't come in midway through Psycho because you're going to miss the
Drew Barrymore moment.
The Drew Barrymore moment, if you will. The brilliant misdirection. It holds up. Great film. Based on a novel by Robert Bloch. Absolutely worth checking out. For the horror fans who haven't seen Psycho, it's a classic for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much so that, again, I was over at Horror Nights over in Hollywood. And for those of you who have been there, if you've ever been to Universal Studios in Hollywood at all, you know that they have the studio tour, which is like an hour-long thing. And I've been on it before on a previous vacation. But one of the things I had to do while I was on this vacation is I had to do the Terror Tram, which is the studio tour, much more condensed. But you're allowed to get out of the tram and wander around, specifically at the Bates Motel.
Yeah.
Right?
That's awesome.
And for those of you who know, you pass the Bates house. And we were allowed to walk right up to it, and we can take a picture with Norman. I was with my nephew, and I was with my youngest sister. She is just shy of 11 years younger than I am.
Okay.
You want to know what Norman said to us? Well, to her specifically.
Do tell.
Points to me and says, "Would you like me to kill this one for you?" And I'm like, "Do I look?"
And your sister said, "Interesting."
You should probably back up. Didn't Hitchcock buy as many copies of the Psycho book as he could so the story wouldn't be spoiled?
Oh, is that true? I don't know.
Is that true? I don't know. We would love some. What's the word? References?
Yeah, that's very interesting. It would not surprise me. The book is good. It holds up. And Robert Bloch is an excellent pulp writer. He wrote some great horror, some even better crime stories. But it would not surprise me that Alfred Hitchcock decided he wanted to jealously protect the big reveal.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yo. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why I love having the chat. I did not know this.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, question number 10. We're coming up to the end of this.
Which of these 2000s movies was not a remake of a Japanese horror film? Is it A, One Missed Call, B, The Grudge, C, Pulse, or D, Funny Games?
Oh, man. I don't remember how we were saying how you had really stumped some people. Yeah, we've had quite a few questions where you haven't, at least the last few. People knew the previous one and they knew this one. The correct answer is
Correct answer is Funny Games, and we didn't fool anyone on that one, so I'm not going to spend any time digressing on this. But the early 2000s was there was a real, I'll say, a glut of Hollywood remakes of Japanese horror films, and most of them were not as good as the original.
They're not as good.
The Ring is good in its own way, I think. Ring 2 is pretty bad.
I'm surprised it was a Ring 2.
Yeah, there should not have been.
There should not have been. It's like, that is unnecessary, okay? Stop it, please.
Funny Games, though. If you want to ruin your evening, Watch that movie. Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad. It is a very well-made movie, but it is one of those unique examples of a director remaking their own film in the English language. It's real depressing. It will make you feel dead inside. So yeah.
Like further, we were just joking earlier because you can see we got this red thing around. I normally would have spent so much more time on the lighting, believe me. But I'm like, okay, we're looking more human, and I'm like, do we want to look human?
Yeah,
we're over now. Anyway, okay, so we're up to our final question of round 1. All right, so here we go.
Lyrics to the 1958 novelty song "One-Eyed, One-Horned, Flying Purple People Eater" are recited in which of the following horror movies? Is it A, Firestarter, B, Nope, C, The Black Phone, or D, Pearl?
Oh, I think you may have stumped some people on this one. So far, we only have the one answer. Time's up.
Okay.
All right, and the correct answer is
Correct answer is Nope. A film that I really liked. I think it maybe ended up being a little divisive.
I know I have a friend who's just so against it. They're like, it was awful. I'm like,
Yeah, this was expectations for a new Jordan Peele film are always so high, and we've been talking about this actually. Now that I think about it, since the first of these that we've ever done.
Because we were talking about that he had a new film in the production and the delays and
right. I think it was delayed a bit because of the pandemic. So we were. Man, expectations were high, as I said. I thought Nope was really good. There's one scene in it that I really connected with me and I thought was genuinely unsettling. But in any case, there aren't many movies out there that can reference that 1958 novelty song, but this one did. Jordan Peele.
It is so much more novelty because it's not even on my Halloween playlist anymore.
Same.
I took it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good. I'm done. All right, everyone. That is the end of round 1. Normally, I would have a fun little gift here, but like I said, we've been busy. We've been very busy. I'm actually very glad that people came to this.
Yes,
and that it came together as well as it did.
And you made it this far. So round 1, thank you for your participation.
Yep. Let's go ahead and see who won round 1. Show ranking. They wanted to end it. Okay. Storm dominated, having answered I can't even see that. That is so tiny. Having answered a lot of questions correctly in round 1. I did not do that purposely. I'm so sorry. Getting 71 points, followed by Skelly with 32, followed by Boo with 25. And Snoopy having dropped down to 16. And then Swifty. They tried.
Stay with us, Swifty.
Stay with us. You can do this.
Anyone's game.
All right. I am going to move everyone over to round 2, so you'll see your screen change in a moment.
You should be whisked to the second round.
Okay, and everyone should now see the haunted round. This is round 2, all about just hauntings.
Mostly haunted houses, but sometimes maybe haunted hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an asylum
haunted dwellings.
Haunted people.
Mm-hmm. Yo. All right. So it looks like everyone did come on over. If, however, you do not see the haunted round, let us know as quickly as you can.
Let us know in the chat if you're not.
Yeah, in the chat. That's the one thing that I wish CrowdPur had, like its own chat. You can stream through CrowdPur if you have one of the paid tiers, but there's still no chat feature as far as I know. Also, if you're not playing on CrowdPur and you're just watching, hey, what's up?
Yeah, hello.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this.
I have not checked what our viewership is on YouTube. We're just going. All right, so let me go ahead and go to round 1. All right, everyone. So similarly to round 1, there will be 10 questions here. There are no practice questions. Every question counts. I think all of us are on the ball now. However, you now get 15 seconds to answer. However, but each question starts off being worth 20 points, which I believe that's what it had originally. I don't even remember anymore.
This round's going to go real fast, but you're going to make potentially many more points than you had in the prior round. So,
all right, checking out the chat. We're good on the chat. Again, remember, the chat is here if anyone needs it. But let's go ahead and start round number 2.
Question 1. What happens when you sleep? That's the tagline for which of the following haunted house movies?
I'll tell you what happens when I sleep.
Is it A, Paranormal Activity, B, The Old Dark House, C, The Grudge, or D, Haunted Mansion? When you sleep, you don't sleep.
That's a good point. And it is extremely evident.
That's not at all what I meant.
Okay, time is up because, again, this round will go quick. The correct answer is...
Correct answer is Paranormal Activity. What happens when you sleep? Yeah, I think it's an appropriate tagline. I actually love the tagline questions. I think those are a lot of fun. I like that the potential answers for this cross decades, right? As early as the 1930s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
I don't know. Wait, that would be really interesting for anyone who loves to study film, like at least film history. When did taglines start?
Sure. Yeah. I think they're actually more relevant in early cinema than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. You know, back when movie posters were more...
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I got my sister a book of horror movie posters through the years.
Very cool.
Man, some of those are just beautiful. The international ones, too.
I like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not like now, where like... Oh, I immediately just thought about one of the Harry Potter posters, and it just says, "The story continues." And I'm like, thank you. I was like...
Thank you for that.
Thanks for that. All right, so...
Let's keep this haunted house going.
Question number 2.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining ends by zooming in on a photograph of the Overlook Hotel's July 4th celebration in what year? Is it A, 1911, B, 1921, C, 1932, or D, 1944?
Okay, time is ending. Mixed bag of answers here, guys. Time is up, and the correct answer is...
Correct answer is July 4th Ball, 1921.
1921.
For those of you who are on social media, that's all you saw on July 4th, 1921. If your feed is anything like mine, but I think honestly one of my all-time favorite horror films, and I know that that's kind of a cliche or whatever, but I love everything about it. It's a great movie.
If you saw, I don't know if you have, the Barbie movie makes a reference to The Shining.
It does?
It does.
Wow, okay. I wish I had known that.
All right, question number 3. Although the Barbie movie could probably be its own thing.
Yeah, that could be its own trivia, honestly. The 2005 version of the Amityville Horror, starring Ryan Reynolds, was partially filmed in which of the following suburbs of Chicago? Is it A, Buffalo Grove, B, Barrington Hills, C, Schaumburg, or D, Cary? Love this winking gift that you got there. That was...
Yeah, I know. I'm actually surprised I found one.
Quality gift work.
All right, time is up, and the correct answer is...
Correct answer is Buffalo Grove. It is, with respect, a somewhat obscure suburb of Chicago. But
it's no Schaumburg.
it's not Schaumburg. Right. But yeah, some of the film was filmed there. Some of it was filmed within Chicago proper, as well as a couple other Chicago suburbs.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, which is very cool. Did you see the remake? I'm sure I'm sure I saw this at some point, but I'm honestly not like a huge fan of the Amityville
I'm not.
franchise.
I actually find it more interesting to know how it snowballed into what the Amityville horror now is.
Right.
Even after it's revealed that they made it up.
Yeah, even after it's been debunked. Yeah.
I'd rather know about that. Like, give me the history of that.
Sure. Yeah, and the original is interesting in its own right. Margot Kidder is I think she's a strong performance.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it isn't like it's a watch. Like, definitely go watch it. But it's
It's
not,
a watch.
It's not one of those things where like this is based on a true story. It's like, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 4.
Question number 4. Actress Lynn Shay is perhaps best known for her role as a paranormal investigator in the Insidious franchise, but she has appeared in many different horror films. Which of the following does not feature Lynn Shay in an acting role?
This one was tough. I remember reading this. I'm like, I have to look at the answer on this one.
Is it A, Critters, B, Amityville: A New Generation, C, Witchboard, or D, The Grudge?
Mixed bag of answers. I wasn't the only one who didn't know. Time's up. Time's up. Okay, the correct answer is...
Correct answer is Witchboard, which is a very fun movie in its own way. That's one about the terrors of playing with Ouija boards. Honestly, it's got Tawny Katane. It's worth checking out. It's a fun 80s horror film. But Lynn Shay did not appear in that one. She did, however, appear in all those other films.
I was just going to say, but she appeared in everything else.
Right. And the fact that mixed responses on this tells me we're doing our jobs here, Erica.
Yo.
We're doing okay. Yeah.
Doing it right. We're delivering to the fans.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong shot. There it is.
But Lynn Shay, she's great. Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. And at the end of this question, I'll show the current ranking board for this round.
The ghosts in Beetlejuice sing and dance along with several calypso songs by which popular performer? Is it A, Harry Belafonte, B, The Merry Men, C, Robert Mitchum, or D, Yvonne Curtis? And again, excellent gifts. Really bringing it to life.
No, thanks. I do often say that the things that take the longest in these trivias, while it is the questions, it's all the visuals. Oh my gosh, the visuals take forever, especially when I have to create them myself. Correct answer is, and most of you got it, but there was a handful of you that did not.
Correct answer is the great Harry Belafonte. Oh, there we go.
I had to.
Harry Belafonte just passed away within the last year.
He did.
Yeah, and a remarkable artist. All of the other potential answers there are calypso singers. Yes, even Robert Mitchum, an actor that you probably think of as a tough guy from film noir. He put out an album. It's got some calypso songs. Is that weird? Well, the 50s were weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so that is the end of 5 questions for round 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at our ranking board for this particular round. All right, we have Storm. There's no shock there. Leading everything with 79 points. Snoopy, however, following it up with 27. And then Skelly riding Snoopy's tail on this one with 24 points. And again, we are only halfway through the second round, so there's probably still more to go.
That's actually very close, yeah.
All right. Checking in the chat. We're good. Okay, question number 6.
In the 2022 film Talk to Me, the characters conjure spirits using what object?
Okay, when I found this GIF, obsession or possession goes viral, I was like, oh no. Like, oh no. Okay.
It works. Is it A, Ouija board, B, embalmed hand, C, an album sleeve of Michael Jackson's Thriller, or D, a railroad spike?
Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is...
The correct answer is an embalmed hand, and it and the album sleeve for Michael Jackson's Thriller, that was a reference to what might be one of the greatest Simpsons episodes of all time.
It's fantastic.
It's the most fun you're ever going to have with the Simpsons, in my opinion. But that's not the correct answer.
You shot Zombie Flanders. There's a zombie.
Yeah, it's an embalmed hand. Have you seen Talk to Me yet?
I have not. Okay. Not even the kill cam for it. Not even the podcast for it.
All right, then we're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it. But at this point, like, guys, if you see something, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Don't touch anything.
What if we just keep our hands to ourselves?
Just keep our hands to ourselves. We've been being taught this from, like, grade school. Just hands to yourselves. Okay, question number 7.
The haunting of this movie begins with reading an eerie children's book. Is it A, The Haunting, B, The Babadook, C, In the Mouth of Madness, or D, Evil Dead Rise?
Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is...
Correct answer is The Babadook. Did everyone get that correct?
Everyone got that.
So everybody participating has obviously seen The Babadook. I specifically chose these as answers because The Haunting is, of course, famously based on the Shirley Jackson novel, one of my favorite books. In the Mouth of Madness, there is a book within the narrative that is critical to the plot, so that seemed relevant. But, of course, the real answer, right? The Babadook. Yeah.
Babadook.
Yeah.
And I swear I must have just blanked on the GIF for this one because there is no GIF on this one. I'm like, what?
You're only human, Erica.
Dare you? I had to watch myself do it again. All right, sorry. Question number 8.
The farmhouse in The Conjuring is haunted by the spirit of an accused witch. What is the witch's name? Is it A, Bathsheba, B, Volok, C, Annabelle, or D, Bill?
I don't want to assume, but do you think the person that keeps answering everything within 2 seconds is Storm?
You know.
That's I mean, that would be a good gamble, right? The odds are good. Although, I don't want to assume, right?
Right.
Okay, correct answer is...
Correct answer is Bathsheba.
Right there.
All of the potential answers there are entities. I almost said demons. Entities within the Conjuring universe. Antagonists, we can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But within the first Conjuring film...
they're the spooky people.
Yeah, the spooky people. Within the original Conjuring, Bathsheba is the spooky person. So,
mm-hmm. All right. We're just breezing through round 2. We always get sidetracked on round 1.
We're doing good.
It happens all the time.
We're back on track.
The live streams of our previous trivias are found on the library's YouTube page. Every single time, we just derail. Okay, question number 9.
Which of the following haunted house films features a violent clown doll, a swimming pool with skeletons in it, and lots of ectoplasm?
Lots.
Like a remarkable amount of ectoplasm. Is it A, The Woman in Black, B, Sinister, C, Poltergeist, or D, The Uninvited?
Two people answered that like at the exact same time. I'm gonna be very curious to see who gets the most points on that one. All right, time is up, and the correct answer is
Correct answer is Poltergeist, and there's the creepy clown. There it is. I'm sorry, the violent clown.
yeah.
We've got the swimming pool with skeletons in it. For those of you who don't know, those were real skeletons in the flooded swimming pool scene because they determined that it was cheaper to use real skeletons.
It was cheaper to use people.
It's kind of a wild thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Lot of ectoplasm in that film.
Somehow only rated PG.
Somehow rated only PG. Isn't
Really?
that remarkable? Yeah. And if you consider that Toby Hooper, right? I mean, there's nothing in that should be a PG rated film, but it was the 80s. I was just saying that the 50s were weird, man.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if you finished it, but there is the Into Darkness documentary, which is several hours long if you watch all 3 parts. And they only talk about 80s films. I highly recommend it if you're into just horror history and learning behind the scenes and everything. I highly recommend Into Darkness. It's in 3 parts. I think it's streamed. I forgot where we watched it. Prime Video, I think.
I think we watched it on Prime.
Yeah, I think it was on Prime. But they will go through some of the craziest stories, the craziest movies. Not once did I ever think that Poltergeist was PG, simply based on all of the censorship that ended up having to happen with a lot of the other films.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Spielberg probably had something to do with that. I will say, maybe one of the best horror films of the 80s. I think Poltergeist is kind of an undervalued film. It doesn't have the kill count that a lot of these other ones do, but a very well-made film.
Yep, yeah. And it adds to the... It doesn't have to have a high kill count for it to be a really great horror movie.
Absolutely. There's
it does not.
So much unsettling imagery and circumstance and the...
trauma.
And it is a commentary on, I think, some very relevant issues in the 80s. And then you also have that fascinating backstory about how much of this was actually directed by Steven Spielberg. Even though he's credited as the producer, it seems like a lot of the cast have come out and said that day to day, Steven was the one who was telling us what to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, great movie. So anyone who hasn't seen that, absolutely check that out.
Yeah, and it's one of those movies where I must have caught it as I was channel surfing once as a kid. I must have caught the last couple of minutes of it because for years I had no idea what I had seen, but it stayed with me until I'm like,
oh, okay. Okay. Since you brought this up, I'll comment, even though I can't remember the name of the podcast, which is embarrassing. But the great author Carmen Maria Machado, author of Her Body and Other Parties. She weighed in on the movie Poltergeist specifically on this podcast, and she said that she had a childhood memory of watching Poltergeist, and it left such an indelible impression on her that it wasn't until she was an adult and she saw it with friends as a movie and said, "Oh my God, that's the thing! That's the thing that's haunted me." So, maybe you check that out.
That's what happened. That's what happened to me.
I'll find you that podcast.
That's awesome. Same deal with it. Once I found out it was Tim Curry, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm fine now. But that was a good 20 plus years of just being scarred by that one.
Once I figured out that he was the concierge from the Home Alone 2.
From Home Alone, he was in Clue. Right. He was on Broadway. I'm like, oh, it's just Tim Curry. Okay, I'm okay now. Our audio just cut out for a second.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, so, we're on the last question.
Okay.
Question number 10.
You may not believe in ghosts, but you cannot deny terror. That's the tagline for which of the following movies? Is it A, The Haunting, B, The Haunting in Connecticut, C, Malevolent, or D, Crimson Peak?
Mixed bag of answers. It's a great. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. What a great way to
Excellent.
end this round.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, and yeah, time's up. All right, and the correct answer is
Correct answer is The Haunting, based on the novel by Shirley Jackson, as previously stated, one of my favorite books of all time. But it could probably apply to any of those films, so it was kind of a tricky question.
yeah.
Yeah, and Crimson Peak. I love the set design in that movie so much.
The cinematography.
Yes.
Is what took me. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I could watch it without sound and just enjoy just how rich that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
I
wasn't
could watch
the
a
answer.
slideshow. Of
Yes,
just like,
right,
Yep, just
yeah.
a slideshow, and I'd be like,
Yeah, costume, the architecture of the sets, everything about it is wonderful. Yeah.
all right, and that is the end of round 2. Again, I would have had a real fun gift for you here, but I do not, so I apologize for that.
Just imagine you're seeing Freddy Krueger go like this, which is
Yeah.
what we did last year, I think.
We had him put on the sunglasses
Yes,
at
that's
one
what it
point,
was.
yeah. And just real quick, for those of you who did see it on our intro screen, I always have an intro screen, just kind of the weight screen and everything. You may have seen our library logo, which is a fox, dressed as both Jason and Freddy. I did go extra this time around and made both. They are both the version from their 4th iteration of their franchises. So in final chapter, that is that Jason with the mark and everything, the blood exactly in the same spot, and the Freddy, that is exactly the one from Dream Master, where he puts on those sunglasses. And much props to my sister for giving me the idea.
I feel like we don't deserve those images. they're too high quality. They're too relevant. But
That is very kind of.
It's not the traditional mask. It's actually sculpted to the shape of the fox's face, which is so funny to me.
Which is, yeah.
I love that so much. Okay. Great job, Erica.
I did have to think about it. His face is obviously, it's very oval. And I'm like, this is a fox, and it's extremely angular. And I'm like, what would this mask look like? I spent too much time. I started with Jason because I thought it would be easier.
It's an anthropomorphic fox. It's not going to have the same bone structure as Jason Voorhees. You know, it's, yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look to see who won round 2. And then show the ranking. Why does it keep wanting to finish? Wow. Okay, Storm just dominating everything with 152 points, followed by Skelly at 79, Snoopy at 47, and Swifty at 0.
Snoopy picked up some points this round, though.
Snoopy.
Closing in.
All right, now, don't be deterred. This is just round 2. Let's take a look at how you're all doing with the totals of round 1 and 2. So let's take a look at that.
Cumulatively, yes.
Gotta make tenders. Thanks for the trivia, guys. Send me here's. Oh, cool, awesome.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hey, since Storm has to leave, 223 points.
Oh wow. Okay.
Having answered 17 out of the last 21 correct, and Skelly at 111, Snoopy at 63. We have Boo with 25, and Swifty at 0.
And if Storm is going to make dinner now, a real opportunity for Skelly and Snoopy and Boo to...
I wasn't going to say anything, but
you know,
yes, yo.
We'll see. We'll see. Thank you
okay,
for your
so
participation.
we are moving on to the 3rd round, so you're going to check that out in a moment.
Can I just pause and say, every year we go longer than we're supposed to, and every year I say we're going to do this within the prescribed time frame. We're actually doing pretty good.
We are.
All right, we're really, you can see us trying to rein it in.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But as always, that first round. All right, everyone. So here
Yeah, you need to explain this here.
is round 3.
Right.
And this one is my sister and I's round. From the get-go, I knew that if we were going to do a 4th trivia, one of the rounds had to be holiday horrors. It had to be. I even added the Z to it to make it absurd. So many of the movies in this round are absurd. Okay? And it's...
I wouldn't know though.
Yeah,
because
you don't know the questions.
I don't know the questions for this round.
If you were here for last year's round 3, I had a whole round on horror comedies.
Horror comedies, right?
And again, that was just one of the things that we created that you did not know about. It was just funnier that way. He has no idea what questions are coming up. So this is going to be fun.
So I'm seeing them for the first time, just like you, the participant, are seeing them for the first time.
And they are structured by date.
Oh, they're chronological?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By holidays.
wait. Chronological within the year?
Within the holiday. So
okay, this is it.
Feasibly, we could start off with a Valentine's Day one and end with a New Year's one.
Okay.
So that's how these are structured. So
right, because New Year's would be the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Would be,
right.
I actually debated whether or not to make it the first. I'm like, no, it doesn't actually count. Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
Question number 1.
Should I read these, or are you going to do it?
I could probably go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What is the name of the town in My Bloody Valentine takes place in?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is it Cupid's Landing, Valentine Bluffs, Arrow's Glen, or Heart's Fall?
Oh, God.
A lot of thought went into this. Again, many props to my sister.
Okay, I have no answer for this. Someone immediately
knows this.
clicked in, so someone knows this.
Oh, and I did completely forget to say, you have like no time to answer these.
Oh yeah, this happens like
yeah,
that.
you have like 10 seconds, but they're all worth like 30 points or something.
Yeah.
I'll know in the next one. Time is up. The correct answer is...
Valentine Bluffs. Okay.
And it is Valentine Bluffs.
It is a good film. Some people say this is one of the great slasher films. I think it's very well done. I think the character design for the villain's costume is great. I actually don't want to ruin the reveal on that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it either, but I will say that I did not like the remake as much.
No. I think the original has... It feels very authentic to that era, which is cool. That's what you want in a horror film.
It is an issue when you try to remake things for the modern world. Sometimes the iconography just doesn't come through.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, question number 2. So that was our Valentine's Day one.
Yeah, I would never have gotten that answer. So, respect to those of you who know that the answer is Valentine Bluffs.
In Leprechaun, the leprechaun eats a knockoff version of Lucky Charms and spits it out. What was the cereal called?
What was the cereal called?
Is it 4-Leaf Delights, Bites O' Shamrock, Magic Charms, or Lucky Clovers?
Lucky Clovers.
Okay, is anyone... We got one answer, and we have, like, no time. Yeah, you have 10 seconds to answer, but they are worth 30. Okay, and the correct answer is, and I'll tell you this right now, as we were writing this, we're like, how is the lamest one the correct answer? Lucky Clovers.
It is Lucky Clovers.
It's Lucky Clovers.
So they were real low effort on that. And this is the original Leprechaun, so the one with Jennifer Aniston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so we're talking, like, Jennifer, what did she, I don't know if she had started Friends yet. At that point.
No, this is definitely before
Friends.
Before Friends, yeah.
But yeah, so
That's
I mean,
so
look at the other ones.
Yeah, Bites a Shamrock.
Oops, wrong one.
Okay.
We were just sitting there like, okay.
I actually think 4-Leaf Delights is the funniest of those. But yeah, all right.
I don't know which one of us came up with that, but we were just having a blast. Just like, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? Okay, question number 3. So obviously that was St. Patrick's Day.
Right. So I'm trying to think what would anticipate.
According to the Blackening, which song is more culturally relevant than the Star Spangled Banner?
Oh.
So the Blackening, very new movie in comparison to the rest of these movies. Which song is more culturally relevant than the Star Spangled Banner? Is it the Empire Carpet jingle, the AutoZone jingle, the O'Reilly's Auto Part jingle, or the Menards jingle?
Oh my god. I have to watch this movie.
Oh my gosh, we got one answer. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. This one was a deep cut.
That was a tough one.
Okay, and the correct answer is...
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Okay. Wow, that clinches it. I absolutely have to watch The Blackening. I've not seen this movie yet. Oh,
Okay,
we're going to do it? Okay, all right.
Oh, why is it giving me Christmas? No, come on. All right, sorry guys. I actually had the Alrighty jingle all set, and for whatever reason, it sent me to a Christmas thing.
I've got AutoZone in my head for sure. That
I
one.
need AutoZone, yeah, definitely. Okay, this is happening. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do this.
We're in too deep now. We got to do it.
I'm not sure I'm not sure they'll be able to hear it, but
We might
let's
get
see.
an ad. Yeah, I don't know. Is this a high note?
No, they couldn't hear it.
All right.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No one in the
Google it.
chat? Okay, all right. Well, you'll just...
According to Blackening, that song is more culturally relevant.
The Star Spangled Banner. That's so funny because, like, also like Jimi Hendrix with the Star Spangled Banner and everything, but still O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Okay, wow. I love that.
Okay, highly recommended, the Blackening.
I'm going to watch it.
Okay, question number 4, and obviously that was actually our Juneteenth. So that's the holiday. If anyone's wondering, this is the Juneteenth holiday.
And if you're wondering to yourself, is the library closed on Juneteenth? The answer is yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
It's a holiday. It's a national holiday.
In the film I Know What You Did Last Summer, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character runs through town where a parade is held for what holiday?
Okay, this is great. I like this a lot.
Is it Memorial Day, Veterans Day, 4th of July, or President's Day? And time's winding down. Okay, and the time is up. The correct answer is... it's the 4th of July parade.
Yeah, doesn't she get her hair chopped off in her sleep, right? And then they had to do, like, that's why she has a bob or whatever.
All I remember is just her as she's dying and the parade is going by.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, you were that close. And it almost hurts more.
It does, yeah.
Because she's that close.
That's tough, for sure.
All right, so that was our 4th of July. Don't think there's only one 4th of July, though.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Maybe. Question number 5. Frogs. Guess the tagline.
Okay.
I knew you'd love this one.
Literally no one could have seen that coming.
No one has seen this movie.
Okay.
But it takes place during the 4th of July.
I have not seen Frogs, no.
Okay. Tay to the Pond, Tomorrow the World. You took their home, now they'll take you. Flies first, then flesh. You'll be croaking in your seats. And time is already up.
So good.
We got 2 answers. Someone just got in there.
I love all of those.
Thank you. It took us a while.
Can I just say, I want the answer to be today the pond, tomorrow the world, but I know that's not correct. It's too much like the Banicula thing.
Oh, yo, Banicula.
Today vegetables or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I love that. Yeah.
Correct answer is...
no.
It is.
That was really the tagline?
It's the tagline.
Amazing.
I will prove it to you.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's on the poster.
It's on the poster.
It's so funny. Look at the hand just dangling.
And the hand, it doesn't even happen.
It's not even in the movie?
The closest thing is somewhere near the end. But there is no, And I am blanking on the actor's name. But this actor had like won an Oscar for another horror movie. Help me out. I know this. But he thought this movie was beneath him. But obviously, actors have to work. You know, if you need to stay in the
just like
in
librarians.
The guild. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Ray Milland was in this?
Is he the old guy?
Ray Milland and Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott, a lot of people know him probably from Big Lebowski. He's the mysterious drifter. But Ray Milland was major actor, was in a bunch of film noir. I think he was nominated for an Oscar for the Lost Weekend film about alcoholism.
One. Yeah. Yes, about alcoholism.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
But
wow.
he thought this movie was beneath him. He did not show to the final day. They had to get a different actor for that end scene.
Oh my god.
And I'm not gonna spoil what the end scene is, although what are the odds anyone is watching Frogs? It is
You could, if you had to spoil a movie of all the films we've discussed so far, Frogs would probably be the one.
The reptiles, it's not just frogs, it's all of the creatures in this one island that has obviously been contaminated by this one absurdly wealthy family. Each one of them satisfactorily dying.
Are you setting us up for Mike Flanagan's Fall of the House of Usher, which comes out on Thursday, which is about an absurdly wealthy family?
I did not know that was this Thursday, but you know what? There you go.
There you go.
Now you know. Ray Milland. Yep, Ray Milland. Thank you.
Oh, it is Ray Milland. Okay, cool.
And yeah, he did not show up to the last taping. That actor that is being overtaken by the creatures is a different person altogether. He did not show to the last day.
Okay.
And
imagine thinking you're too good for the frogs.
For frogs. You know, also so much croaking. Oh my gosh, the amount of croaking is. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. That is the end of question number 5, which means we get to look at the rankings. But I had to. Okay, we have 2 active players right now. So we have Snoopy with 28 points, and then we have Skelly with 2 points.
Okay.
Okay,
all
cool.
right.
I know that these movies are so obscure in so many of the.
You and your sister really committed to some deep cuts on this.
I wanted holiday horrors. It was gonna happen.
I'm gonna do a little just prediction here.
Yeah.
Most people, when they think of holiday horror movies, obviously Halloween, the Halloween franchise, but then you've got Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes.
You've got Black Christmas. You've got your Christmas movies. The fact that we got frogs on this list, what more do you want from us? This is what we're bringing to
4th of July.
This is what we're giving to the horror fans.
All right. Question number 6. Yeah. And I do not remember what the next holiday is.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
In Trick or Treat, what public domain film can be seen during the channel surf session?
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let me think on that.
Is it Night of the Living Dead, House on Haunted Hill, The Last Man on Earth, or Nosferatu? And time is up. All right, and the correct answer is, and I really wish I had found a gift for this one, House on Haunted Hill. It's actually, I believe, a colorized version of it.
Oh, that's so much. So much. I don't know. What is the word? Cheesier? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. House on Haunted Hill. It's pretty fun. The effects are ridiculous, but it's so fun. I mean, the skeleton walking.
We actually did it in one of the trivia.
We did this at a prior trivia event.
The fact that that skeleton was able to shove the woman into the pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we're saying about that.
And she just kind of stands there.
And
yeah. But you got Vincent Price, the trailer. All right, if you don't watch the movie House on Haunted Hill, watch the trailer. It's so great. You've got Vincent Price talking directly to you, saying that there may even be a murder or two.
Murder.
It's so good. Yeah.
Okay, so that was our Halloween one.
Okay.
So what comes after Halloween?
Maybe Thanksgiving.
Question number 7. Blood Rage. Which of these is not an alternate title for Blood Rage?
Okay.
Is it complex, Nightmare in Shadow Woods, slasher, or grand feast?
Ooh.
All right. And time is up. Correct answer is.
So this means that there are 3 different alternative titles, and only one of them is not correct?
That's
wow.
correct.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay.
All right, so the correct answer is Grand Feast. Every other one of those is a title for this movie. And the only thing that I typically remember about this movie, whether you want to call it complex, slasher, which is so mundane, or blood rage, which I believe is the best one, is the fact that he goes, "It's not cranberry sauce," to all of the blood.
It's not cranberry sauce.
Now, it is one of those occasions where they overused this one line, but the actor just delivered it. It just felt real every time. But they do say it more than once. It's not cranberry sauce. It's not cranberry sauce. But it's just, during Thanksgiving, that's what my sister and I do. It's like, it's not cranberry sauce. We love it. It's fun. All right.
It's not cranberry sauce.
What happens after Thanksgiving?
I don't know. Are we at Christmas?
I guess so. I mean, it depends on what you celebrate. Question number 8. And Jack Frost! Ryan adds an ingredient to his father's oatmeal, which proves to be Jack Frost's weakness. What is this addition?
Okay.
What, did you think I was going to go with Krampus?
No. I mean, maybe.
Is it battery acid, wiper fluid, antifreeze, or motor oil? And time is up, and the correct answer is, want to take a guess?
I think it's antifreeze. It is.
Antifreeze.
Okay. Yeah.
So it is indeed antifreeze, and there's no GIF on this one because that's the cleanest one I could find.
The cleanest one? Yeah. Yeah, and for those of you who are wondering if this is the Michael Keaton movie, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's within a year of that was meant to be.
I cannot believe they did that.
I know, it's so bad. But no, this is the this is the horror movie and not the weirdly emotionally manipulative Michael Keaton
movie. You can tell because that's some sort of cigar in his mouth, and there's at least 2 of those. They're just absurd. I mean, to their credit, they knew they were making an absurd movie.
Oh yeah, no, they have fun
knew.
with it. I would say this is not as good as Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but I think they're in the same space where they know that they're making a silly movie and they're having fun with it.
Yeah, although I don't particularly like Killer Clowns, but I'll watch Killer Clowns over Jack Frost.
But let's just digress for a moment. As an aficionado of outdoor Halloween-themed luminaries, how do you feel? How do you feel about Killer Clowns from Outer Space decorations?
When well done, it's really well done.
Okay.
There are, at least around here, some very large home haunts, which you really should visit.
I should.
They're fantastic. They're completely free. They offer donations. Like, hey, you can give them a little bit of money. I do because I just love visiting. And one of them, one time, did a little area of Killer Clowns.
Oh, no way.
This was back before there was a lot of merch for it.
Yeah.
Now Spirit, at least in the last few years, has been releasing them. And they did a really good job where even I was like, ooh.
Yeah. It was, I think last year I went to Spirit and saw the Killer Clowns animatronics, and I was like, oh, they're mainstream now. That's not just a cult movie anymore.
It's not just a cult movie.
Yeah.
All right, question number 9.
Okay.
When killing the gremlins in Gremlins, what item does Billy's mother not use? Now, we did need 2 questions for Christmas. We
Look
had
at
to.
Gizmo's eyes.
Right, he's so cute!
He's ridiculously cute, yeah.
Okay. Is it an oven, a microwave, a knife, or a mixing bowl? Which item is not used?
Okay.
Okay, and the correct answer is, and it may not show here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is the oven. And then there's also, let's see if this GIF works. Oh, we just got another person. Oh, person, we're like on the last question. So You can see.
Look at her trying to slay that.
Yep.
Yeah, love it. Yeah. Probably my favorite Christmas movie. Honestly.
I just love how doesn't it look like Gizmo's reacting to this?
It does. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know who the new person is. They just popped on or at least I just noticed them.
Please participate though. Yeah.
Yo, we're on the last question. If you want to go ahead and throw an answer in there, it is a holiday version or a holiday round. We just did 2 Christmases, meaning there's only one thing left after Christmas. So, Christmas. Question number 10. What famous magician cameos in Terror Train?
Oh.
Which I'm surprised I found a gift for, to be honest.
Okay.
You might get this.
I think I know the answer. It is remarkable that you and your sister have come up with Terror Train. But yeah, I've seen this movie.
Is it Tommy Cooper, Chris Angel, Penn Jillette, or David Copperfield? I may have mispronounced that.
No, you got it.
And time is up. All right, and the correct answer is...
This one's got to be David Copperfield, right? Yeah.
In the most...
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis, a true scream queen, right?
Yo, yeah. I love her.
Right, she's the best.
I just like I like to have people know that she did something other than Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that.
Prom Night, which I don't actually recommend because I found it really disturbing for reasons that
we're not going to no.
Yeah, but Terror Train.
Terror Train.
There you go. You can watch Terror Train. It's got David Copperfield.
Oh my gosh.
With a serious 70s collar.
Is Terror Train any good?
I mean, it's fun.
It's a fun romp. It does leave you guessing a few times, and there's a few iconic shots.
Sure. I would say if you're in the mindset of Randy in the first Scream movie who just wants to play VHS horror movies, right? If you're in that mindset, absolutely do Terror Train.
Do Terror Train. It takes place over the New Year's, I want to say weekend, because I don't think it's a weekend. It's a New Year's trip. So in that era, so it does fall into our holiday horrors. So it is, it's fun because it's still a confined space. Yes, you're traveling, but you're in this train. You're not going anywhere. And yes, David Copperfield is in it. But I mostly wanted it on there because of Jamie Lee Curtis. Got it. Maybe I'll save it for NYE.
Yeah,
go
absolutely.
for it.
Why not? The fact that you found this GIF is crazy.
I'm surprised. I don't want to tell you where I was as I was finishing this up because it makes people feel bad.
I'm going to guess you were still on your vacation.
I was on vacation.
All right, that's not good.
I was at the airport.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that came together remarkably easy because I actually found these 2 gifts very simply. Okay, everyone, that is the end of round 3. And again, I wish I had a good gift to show you, but I do not. So let's go ahead and see who won round 3. All right, and wow, Snoopy.
Oh, wow.
Snoopy took
very nice.
round 3 with 28 points, followed by Skelly with 16, and Dingo, who must have just arrived, with 9 points. So, hey, congrats. Now, that is round 3. Let's go ahead and see who won the whole round.
Let's go from microcosm to macrocosm.
Yo. And Storm took it. They were gone for all of round 3 and still took the darn thing with 223 points, followed by Skelly in second place with 127. Snoopy taking third place at 91. Boo at 25. Dingo placing at number 5 with 9 points. And Swifty didn't get anything. Swifty, thank you for trying.
Storm says they are still watching.
Oh,
so
you're still watching. Hi, Storm.
Awesome.
How did you won? Congrats. Oh, I should go up here. Congrats, you are the winner of horror movie trivia part 4, the final chapter, potentially. We gotta see if the trivia gets zombified by lightning at some point.
Or will we have that serene moment on Crystal Lake in a rowboat where suddenly a creepy child reaches...
You know what? I volunteer to be the creepy child. Okay, real quick, because I'm curious, Storm, what did you think of round 3? Because that was just a fun round.
And maybe also tell us what you made for dinner.
Yeah, man, I don't know if you guys could hear it. My stomach's been growling. I have been moving all day.
I actually skipped dinner for this, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I feel bad. No, you're gonna go home, and you're gonna go eat. I have to finish my shift here.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I'm just waiting to see if Storm replies. But okay, thank you so much, everyone, for participating. I'm all about holiday movies, so great theme. I made pork tacos.
Love that.
Love.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm a plant eater, but still, tacos are never a bad choice.
Tacos, pork tacos, good stuff.
There you go.
All right, so again, thank you everyone for participating. Congrats to Storm, congrats to Skelly, congrats to Snoopy. I love that name. Boo, that's just fun. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you potentially for part 5.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah.
For right now, thank you so much for participating in this. If you've been to any of our other trivias, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We put a lot of work into this, even when it's usually just a handful of people, but it's just fun.
Yes.
It's a good time.
What if one of the viewers wanted to have a JPEG of the artwork that you created specifically for this event? Should they email libraryhelp@FRVPLD?
You know what? I think
.info?
we probably could. So, you know what? Let me write it in. If anyone is at all interested, I'm just going to write it on here. Some of you saw some of the foxes that I created for this trivia. That is...
Bye, Ella. Thank you for participating.
Bye, Ella. So that is our email here at the library, at the Fox River Valley Public Library District. I've made... What have I made? I've made The Invisible Man.
Oh, my God.
I've made Candyman, which is easily my favorite.
Easily my favorite.
I made Ash for part 3. And I had to do the double. I made Freddy and Jason for this last one. And each one of them is just customized. Did you see the scoring on Freddy?
You know I saw.
I took too long. Too long. I was sitting here. I left for vacation last Wednesday, right? But I still had a morning shift. I was sitting here just outlining those scars. I'm like, there's too much detail going on.
If you want to send an email to Library Help just saying, can I have a JPEG of,
the horror foxes. I'll send you all of them. It's
Erica
fine.
will do it. Yeah.
I can do it. All right. Again, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and end it here. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. All right. Bye, everyone.